We are Chris and Struan, two amateur filmmakers. We have 3 months of filmmaking experience between us. Recently, we've discovered a story on the internet of a creature in a far-off land. Our filming instinct tells us to follow this lead. Aziz is a local tracker. For a small fee, he has agreed to help us find the creatures which he says are in abundance in the area. We start tracking the next day. The leftover carcass of a creature's last meal shows us we're on the right track, but it is cold, and so we still have a long way to go. Along the way, Aziz explains to us the dangers that reside in the Tandeti. He warns us of the vicious creatures that roam the area. In the last year, they've killed 15 villagers. Aziz spots marks on the ground. Analysing them, he can tell us in which direction they went. Our search continues in vain, so we decide a change of tactic is required. We set up a camera trap that night, hoping we can capture some images of our creature. Aziz offers us a well-known soda drink as bait. He explains that human habitation has given them a taste for it. That night, the camera manages to get something. Returning the next day, we discover they clearly have a taste for well-known soda drinks. But obviously, camera traps weren't on the menu last night. Suddenly, Aziz spots something. He tells us to hit the floor. A few tense moments pass. Could it be? It's our beast! We follow it quietly. It leads us here, an expanse of land teeming with life. The area is well worn by their activity. And it seems the group is dominated by males with strict hierarchy. At least now we can prove we're not crazy. We spend the next 2 weeks acclimatizing the beasts to our presence. We set up camp nearby, camouflaged by the trees. Slowly, they have allowed us to get closer to them. It is easy to assume that they are just another lower-class ape like chimps, but they're much more than that. Like many other apes, they are tool-using mammals. Apart from Homo sapiens, they're the only known creature to have harnessed the power of the wheel. They stand shorter than 6 foot, and their coats change daily. Some of the pack have returned with food. As they arrive, other creatures leave to forage for more. One creature has taken a particular interest in the arrivals. His fashionable purple headdress identifies him as the leader, Barney. Once he stakes his claim, there is no point fighting with the leader. Aziz has brought along a dart gun and a digital tag to gather more information on these mysterious beasts. Spotting an isolated individual, Aziz blows the dart, which contains just enough to sedate the creature for a few minutes. The team move in quickly. We measure the creature and check its teeth to see if it's in a healthy condition. It is. Aziz straps the tracking device to its leg. As we get into cover, The groggy individual leaves unscathed. Males compete with one another to assert their position in the hierarchy of the group. It's always nice to show off once in a while. Competitions can be fierce, and have on occasion led to the death of members of the pack. Sometimes the victors are seen parading their opponents' remains as trophies. These displays are intended to be a show of strength and skill, but it is also a wonderful sight to behold. Females are the prize for the most dominant male. The females may look quite dull, but they're very picky. The more extravagant the trick, the higher the rank the individual will be. And that's the kind of male the female wants. Failure leads to a drop in their reputation. With the grandest of tricks, Barney has exclusive mating rights. It is possible to identify the sexually mature males by their underskin hanging from their midsection. Younger individuals learn from the older ones. Abandoned by their mothers at birth, they have to quickly fit in with the rest of the group. This particular young one is not finding it easy. Isolated by the group, he is not likely to survive. Those who do fit into the group take the role of sentries. But who are they looking out for? In the distance, they spot something that causes them alarm. Our group is ready. It seems to know this conflict all too well. The enemy continue into their territory, regardless of the warning rules. The old ones attempt to scare them away with aggressive displays. Their rivals retreat back to their own territory. As they do so, the victorious males return to their leader. Those who outstay their welcome are dealt with harshly. For now, peace resumes. For how long, we don't know. Man is developing the area, pushing creatures into further conflicts with each other as they fight for space. We can only hope that the legacy of these magnificent creatures will continue, and that efforts from people dedicated to studying these creatures, such as Aziz, will help to conserve their way of life. Keep on run away. Why run away from the mountains? Come from so far. Keep on run away.